to what is an incredible mystery. And remember where the journey started. It's that little 5 pages.
Well, you're clearly drilling.
Yes.
I can hear it.
Absolutely.
I think the swamp is much more complex than we believe. I have always thought.
Oak Island, a name that whispers of buried treasure and unsolved mysteries. For centuries, explorers have been drawn to its shores, captivated by tales of hidden riches and secret chambers. But the island has remained stubbornly silent, its secrets guarded by a labyrinth of tunnels, booby traps, and the relentless grip of time. Many have ventured here, fueled by hope and ambition, only to be met with disappointment. Could it be that the island holds nothing more than a web of elaborate hoaxes? Or will the truth about Oak Island's treasure be revealed at last? Let's find out. The Curse of Oak Island. In 1804, a new chapter unfolded in the saga of Oak Island. Intrigued by the whispers of buried riches, a group of determined individuals banded together to form the Onslow Company. The company's formation was in fact a direct response to a curious discovery made by a young boy. While exploring the island, he stumbled upon a perfectly circular depression in the ground. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before. Intrigued by the unnatural formation, a group of men decided to investigate further. Armed with shovels and picks, they began digging into the depression, their tools cutting through unexpected layers of wood and charcoal. Their persistence paid off after they reached a depth of about 10 feet. There, glinting in the dim light filtering down into the pit, was a smooth stone tablet. It was unlike any rock they had ever seen on the island, and the strange symbols etched onto its surface fueled their curiosity even further. The inscription was a complex arrangement of lines and shapes, an indecipherable code that defied their best efforts to understand. For over 6 decades, the tablet remained a frustrating enigma, a treasure map without a key. Then, in 1866, a glimmer of hope emerged. A brilliant language professor from Halifax University, renowned for his expertise in ancient tongues, was brought in to examine the tablet. After several months, he cracked the code. But the revelation he brought was not one of pure joy. The professor's revelation sent shivers down the spines of those who heard it. According to him, the inscription stated that 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried, but the inscription offered no further explanation. It didn't specify whether the buried treasure was a trove of gold coins, glittering silver bars, or something else entirely. However, the inscription held a more unsettling message, a chilling prophecy that would come to be known as the Curse of Oak Island. The professor revealed that the inscription also spoke of a price that must be paid before the island relinquished its riches. It declared that 7 must die before the treasure could be claimed. This revelation casted a long shadow over the island and its future endeavors. The prospect of immense wealth was undeniably tempting, but the deadly curse attached to it instilled a sense of unease. To date, 6 lives have been claimed by the island, each death adding another layer of mystery and intrigue to the ongoing saga. Countless explorers have ventured onto Oak Island, each driven by the allure of buried riches. Yet, none have been able to definitively unearth the legendary treasure. Only minor discoveries have been made, leaving the true nature and location of the 2 million pounds a subject of speculation. Theories behind Oak Island's treasure. So, with the unsettling message from the tablet swirling in their minds, treasure hunters on Oak Island naturally started to wonder just who stashed this fortune away. Over the years, 2 main theories have emerged about the origin of the Oak Island bounty. The first theory takes a dramatic turn for the royal. It whispers of Marie Antoinette, the ill-fated Queen of France. According to this story, during the tumultuous French Revolution, the Queen entrusted her loyal maid with a daring mission. The maid, disguised and fearing for her life, fled Paris with half of Marie Antoinette's possessions. She split the treasure in 2, cleverly hiding one half in London and the other, you guessed it, on Oak Island, Nova Scotia. The second theory takes a more literary turn. It centers around Francis Bacon, a renowned philosopher, scientist, and writer. Bacon, though celebrated for his own works, also had a rather intriguing claim to fame. Some believe he was the true author of Shakespeare's plays. According to this theory, a pit was dug on Oak Island specifically to hide Bacon's original manuscripts, the proof of his alleged Shakespearean authorship. But that wasn't all. The theory suggests that in the process of concealing these documents, other treasures were also buried alongside them. So, which theory holds more weight? That's a question that has sparked debate for centuries, with passionate arguments on both sides. Now back to the determined treasure hunters of the Onslow Company. After finding the stone tablet with its cryptic inscription, they decided to dig deeper. However, their dreams of riches were met with a frustrating obstacle. The pit, which has come to be known as the money pit, inexplicably began to fill with water. The team attempted to salvage their progress by digging a second pit to drain the flooded cavity. Unfortunately, their efforts were in vain. The water seemed to have a mind of its own, rushing back in and effectively halting their progress. Could this be some elaborate booby trap designed to deter treasure seekers? The frustrated team was forced to abandon their attempts for another 45 years, leaving the mystery of the money pit and its potential riches unsolved. Drills, disputes, and determination. The Onslow Company's watery setback wasn't the end of the Oak Island saga. In 1847, a new group of treasure hunters called the Truro Company arrived, armed with fresh optimism and a newfound approach. Instead of relying solely on manual labor with shovels and picks, they decided to embrace a more modern technique: drilling. They believed that drilling through the layers of soil and debris would be a more efficient way to reach the treasure, bypassing the challenges of constantly battling the flooding pit. Their gamble appeared to pay off when, at a depth of around 90 feet, the drill struck 2 chests overflowing with glittering coins. Additionally, the drill brought up 3 links of a metal chain. Despite this groundbreaking discovery, the Truro Company faced insurmountable challenges in their pursuit of further treasure. The relentless flooding caused by the Onslow Company's excavations ultimately forced them to abandon their quest. However, the allure of Oak Island's riches remained strong. While the Truro Company retreated, new fortune seekers were drawn to the island's magnetic pull. These explorers arrived in droves, each with their own theories and methods for unearthing the elusive treasure. Some were weekend adventurers, drawn by the romantic legend of buried pirate booty. Others were seasoned treasure hunters, equipped with advanced technology and a relentless determination. The 1970s saw the formation of the Triton Alliance, a well-funded group determined to unravel the secrets of Oak Island. They brought with them sophisticated drilling equipment, submersible cameras, and ground-penetrating radar. With the help of these technological advancements, they hoped to pierce the island's defenses and finally locate the treasure chamber. The Triton Alliance poured significant resources into their endeavor. They drilled deep, tunneled extensively, and analyzed the data collected from their high-tech equipment. Despite their efforts, the elusive treasure remained frustratingly out of reach. However, they unearthed some artifacts like weathered logs with strange Roman numerals carved into them, and a pair of remarkably well-preserved leather shoes. But these finds were mere breadcrumbs compared to the legendary riches they were after. Years turned into decades, and the relentless pursuit of the treasure began to take its toll on the Triton Alliance. Disagreements arose within the group, and their once unified front fractured. Disillusioned and facing mounting financial strain, they eventually decided to abandon their quest. For the next 25 years, Oak Island remained in a state of suspended animation. The legal rights to the island belonged to the defunct Triton Alliance. The once bustling dig sites lay abandoned, equipment rusting under the relentless assault of the elements. The island, it seemed, had successfully repelled yet another wave of fortune seekers. But in 2005, a twist of fate brought a new chapter to the Oak Island saga. The property, burdened by years of neglect and legal wrangling within the Triton Alliance, went up for sale. This unexpected development sent a jolt through the treasure hunting community. Among those watching with keen interest were 2 brothers from Michigan, Robert and Marty Lagina. For them, the opportunity to acquire Oak Island and unravel its mysteries was simply too good to pass up. A lifelong obsession. Now, before we delve into the Lagina brothers' grand entrance, let's rewind a few decades. The year was 1965, and a young Rick Lagina was flipping through a well-worn copy of Reader's Digest, likely seeking a brief escape from the ordinary. Little did he know, this seemingly mundane act would significantly impact his life. As his eyes scanned the pages, an article about the Oak Island caught his attention. Intrigued, he dove into the story. The article painted a captivating picture of Oak Island, a small, remote island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada. It described the island as a place whispered to hold a treasure so vast and so fiercely guarded that it had driven countless fortune seekers to the brink of madness, and sometimes to their deaths. The article detailed the strange history of the island, the seemingly bottomless pit that inexplicably filled with water, the cryptic symbols carved into a stone tablet, and the chilling legend of the curse that promised misfortune to anyone who dared disturb the island's secrets. For Rick, a young man with a natural sense of adventure and a thirst for the unknown, this was pure gold. The article ignited a spark within him, a fascination with Oak Island that would soon turn into a full-blown obsession. As Rick devoured everything he could find about the island, a dream began to take root. For as long as he could remember, he had harbored a yearning for adventure, a desire to discover something hidden, something extraordinary. Oak Island, with its layers of mystery and the promise of buried riches, seemed to be the perfect embodiment of that childhood dream. Fast forward to 2005, fate, it seemed, was smiling on Rick's relentless pursuit. News reached him that a significant portion of Oak Island was going up for sale. This was the opportunity he had been waiting for, a chance to turn his lifelong fascination into reality. The asking price was around $7 million, but for Rick, the cost was a mere hurdle compared to the potential rewards. Fortunately, Rick wasn't alone in his dream. His brother Marty, a successful businessman like himself, shared his fascination with Oak Island. Together, the Lagina brothers, thanks to their lucrative drilling business, had the financial resources to make a serious bid for the island. There was, however, a potential obstacle. The Oak Island Tourism Society, recognizing the island's historical significance and potential economic benefits, lobbied the Canadian government to acquire the land and turn it into a public park. A public outcry echoed their concerns, urging the government to preserve the island's history for future generations. However, the government ultimately decided against intervening, leaving the door wide open for the Lagina brothers. To ensure they wouldn't be outbid at the last minute, they took a strategic step. They purchased a 50% stake in Oak Island Tours Incorporated, effectively securing a foothold on the island. With ownership secured, the Lagina brothers were finally poised to embark on their grand adventure. For them, this wasn't just about riches. It was about unraveling the mysteries that had shrouded Oak Island for centuries. They were determined to unearth not only the truth about the island's fabled treasure, but also the stories of those who had come before them, forever bound to the legend of Oak Island. And it wouldn't be long before their persistence began to pay off, with discoveries that would rewrite the island's narrative. The Lagina brothers' high-tech quest. Finally, after years of dreaming, the Lagina brothers had the chance to turn their Oak Island obsession into reality. But unlike the treasure hunters of the past, who relied on pickaxes, shovels, and a healthy dose of guesswork, Rick and Marty had 21st century technology. Gone were the days of blindly digging in the hopes of stumbling upon buried riches. The Laginas brought a whole new arsenal to the table, a suite of tools and techniques that would allow them to systematically scour the island for clues. Ground-penetrating radar would peer beneath the Earth's surface, revealing hidden chambers and tunnels invisible to the naked eye. Sophisticated underwater cameras would reach into the depths of the money pit, capturing images of the ever-present water and anything else lurking down there. Advanced core sampling would extract soil from various locations, allowing them to analyze the composition of the Earth and unearth any potential artifacts. These technological advancements were a game changer. For the first time, the brothers could truly begin to understand the complex puzzle that was Oak Island. They could map the network of tunnels that snaked beneath the surface, gauge the depth of the money pit, and even identify potential areas of interest that previous explorers might have missed. One particular area that drew their attention was Borehole 10X. This human-made hole, located right next to the money pit, had been drilled by a previous company in the 1960s. However, due to technical limitations of the time, Borehole 10X remained largely unexplored. The Laginas, armed with their advanced tools, saw this as a treasure trove of untapped secrets. With each passing day, the Lagina brothers' Oak Island adventure unfolded like a real-life detective story. They were constantly piecing together fragments of information, historical accounts, and the whispers of legend, all in an attempt to crack the island's code. But their relentless pursuit was about to take a major leap forward, thanks to an unexpected twist of fate. In 2014, the History Channel approached them with a proposition, a documentary television show chronicling their quest for Oak Island's riches. The show, titled The Curse of Oak Island, became a runaway success. Viewers were captivated by the mystery, the suspense, and the sheer determination of the Lagina brothers. The show's popularity not only brought the Oak Island saga to a wider audience, but it also provided Rick and Marty with a significant financial boost. These additional funds allowed them to expand their operation, invest in even more cutting-edge technology, and hire a team of experts to assist them in their quest. So, armed with advanced technology, a renewed sense of purpose, and a hefty dose of television fame, the Lagina brothers were poised to make some real progress. Now it's time for today's subscribers pick. The image we are looking at today shows Rick Lagina, wearing glasses and a baseball cap, with a determined expression. Next to him is an ornate treasure chest overflowing with brightly colored gems. The Oak Island treasure has finally been found. This is a statement that resonates with the hopes and dreams of treasure hunters and historians alike. This discovery could mean the end of centuries-old mysteries and speculations about the island's hidden riches. It would also potentially unearth historical artifacts and valuable items, offering insights into the past and the origins of the legendary treasure. Such a find would not only validate years of exploration, but also captivate the imagination of millions worldwide. So, what do you think the treasure's true origins are? And how will this discovery change the perception of Oak Island? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Assembling the A-Team. Now, while the Lagina brothers were brimming with excitement and armed with cutting-edge technology, they knew this wouldn't be a two-man operation. Oak Island's vastness and its history of operational challenges demanded a skilled and experienced team. Luckily, Marty Lagina, the more practical of the two brothers, had a secret weapon up his sleeve. Over the years, Marty had built a successful career in the energy sector. His company, Terra Energy, had grown to become Michigan's largest operator of gas wells. In 1995, he had sold Terra Energy and moved on to new ventures, including Heritage Wind Energy, a company focused on developing renewable energy solutions. These endeavors not only brought Marty financial success, but also allowed him to forge strong relationships with a network of highly skilled drillers and excavation experts. A call went out, and Marty's connections came through. A team of seasoned professionals assembled, ready to tackle the challenges of the island alongside the Lagina brothers. Some were veterans of the oil and gas industry, accustomed to working in harsh environments and operating heavy machinery. Others were drilling experts, with a deep understanding of the techniques needed to penetrate the earth safely and efficiently. There were also excavation specialists, adept at navigating collapsed tunnels and unstable soil conditions. This team wasn't just muscle, though. Several members possessed a keen interest in history and a healthy dose of curiosity about the Oak Island mystery. The prospect of uncovering a long-lost treasure, coupled with the chance to be part of groundbreaking exploration, was a powerful motivator. Now, the Lagina brothers weren't exactly on the same page from the very beginning. Rick, ever since his childhood encounter with the Reader's Digest article, had been captivated by the romantic notion of hidden pirate treasure. He was the dreamer, the one fueled by a sense of wonder and the thrill of the unknown. Marty, on the other hand, approached the project with a more practical eye. He was skeptical about the true nature of the potential treasure, and while he supported Rick's dream, he also admitted a healthy dose of pragmatism. Perhaps the treasure wasn't gold and jewels, but something else entirely. Perhaps there wasn't even a treasure at all, but one thing was certain. Marty wouldn't let Rick give up on the quest easily. He knew his brother, and he understood the unwavering determination that burned within him. This was Rick's lifelong dream, and Marty was determined to see him through it, one excavation at a time. So, with the team of skilled professionals assembled, and a clear understanding of their individual roles, the Lagina brothers were finally ready to make their mark on Oak Island's long and storied history. And what a mark it would be! Their very first dig would yield a discovery that would send shivers down the spines of treasure hunters and history buffs alike. The mystery deepens. The first season of The Curse of Oak Island ended with a cliffhanger that had everyone glued to their seats. After months of searching, the Lagina brothers were finally about to make their first big discovery. They used sophisticated sonar equipment to scan a swampy area on the island. The readings showed something weird. A part of the swamp floor was much shallower than the rest. Could it be something man-made, like a hidden room or tunnel buried under centuries of mud? The whole team was buzzing with excitement as they planned how to take a closer look. Using careful digging techniques, they slowly removed the mud, revealing a treasure trove of unexpected artifacts. There were several handmade objects, but the most surprising find was a real old Spanish coin. This shiny gold piece didn't make any sense. How did it end up buried under all that swamp muck hundreds of years ago? It was a tangible piece of evidence, a confirmation that Oak Island had indeed been visited by outsiders in the distant past. News of the find spread like wildfire, and soon the Lagina brothers were bombarded with theories and wild guesses. One particularly enthusiastic viewer came up with a crazy idea. He believed the Spanish coin was just a tiny piece of a much bigger puzzle, a clue leading to the legendary treasure of King Solomon's temple. This theory was definitely exciting, but there wasn't any real historical evidence to back it up. Another self-proclaimed expert contacted the brothers, claiming he knew the secret to unlocking the island's riches. According to him, the real treasure wasn't buried at all, but hidden in a maze of secret rooms connected by booby-trapped tunnels. He offered to guide the Lagina brothers to this hidden vault, for a hefty price, of course. The brothers, wary of such outlandish claims, politely declined. By season 3, the focus shifted to the mysterious borehole 10X. This man-made hole, dug by earlier explorers years ago, had always been a puzzle. The Lagina brothers knew it could be important, so they decided to spend a lot of time and effort investigating it. They brought in a team of specialists, experts in sonar technology and underwater engineering, to help them decipher the strange readings they were getting from the depths of the shaft. Bringing in these new experts was a smart move. By combining advanced technology with innovative thinking, the team made significant progress in understanding borehole 10X. But what they learned only made the island seem even more mysterious. The Lagina brothers, never giving up, kept searching for the truth. Their hard work paid off. They found a collection of fascinating artifacts, including stones with mysterious Portuguese writing, a rusty Roman sword, and an assortment of other seemingly unrelated objects. These discoveries further solidified the fact that Oak Island had a rich history, with people from different cultures visiting and using the island for centuries. But the big question remained: were they any closer to finding the legendary treasure? The answer, like the island itself, was still a mystery. Ancient map and new mysteries. Season 4 of The Curse of Oak Island took a dramatic turn with the unexpected arrival of a new piece of evidence, a French map dating all the way back to 1347. This aged parchment, a gift to the Lagina brothers, depicted a strikingly detailed layout of Oak Island, but what truly stood out were the markings scattered across the map: a hatch, an anchor, and a valve. These symbols ignited a spark of excitement, hinting at a possible hidden infrastructure beneath the island's surface. Could this map be the key to unlocking the island's long-held secrets? The map, coupled with their previous discoveries, spurred the Lagina brothers and their team to delve deeper into a fascinating new theory. This theory posited that the potential treasure on Oak Island might not be of European origin at all. Instead, it could have originated from Africa. This notion, while seemingly outlandish at first glance, gained traction when examined in the context of the map's symbols and the historical maritime trade routes of the era. The possibility that Oak Island might hold riches plundered from Africa added a whole new layer of intrigue to the already captivating mystery. As the Lagina brothers continued their relentless pursuit, their efforts yielded a steady stream of artifacts, each one adding another piece to the Oak Island puzzle. However, these discoveries often presented more questions than answers. They unearthed a curious assortment of objects: hex nuts, a washer, scrap metal, and even a button. While none of these items seemed inherently valuable on their own, their presence on the island fueled further speculation. Could they be remnants of some elaborate mechanism or forgotten construction project? Or were they simply random objects deposited over the centuries? The true meaning behind these artifacts remained frustratingly elusive. Despite the ever-present fog of uncertainty, Rick Lagina, the more passionate of the two brothers, maintained an unwavering optimism. For Rick, the relentless pursuit of Oak Island's secrets had become more than just a historical excavation. It was a source of purpose and a wellspring of daily motivation. He reveled in the thrill of discovery, the constant challenge of unraveling the island's enigmatic past. Even when faced with confusing clues and seemingly contradictory evidence, Rick likened their progress to turning the pages of a captivating novel. Each new discovery, each twist in the narrative, only served to heighten the anticipation for the grand reveal that might be waiting just around the corner. Beyond treasure. Despite the baffling clues and centuries of failed expeditions, the Lagina brothers have arguably made more headway in unraveling the Oak Island mystery than any group before them. A key factor in their success, according to Charles Barkhouse, a local historian, is a quality that previous treasure hunters lacked: an open mind and a willingness to collaborate. Previous explorers, consumed by a singular vision and the allure of riches, often operated with an ironclad belief in their own theories. They dismissed alternative theories and clung to their own interpretations of the island's secrets. The Lagina brothers, in stark contrast, have embraced a more collaborative approach. They actively seek out the expertise of various specialists, historians, archaeologists, engineers, and genuinely listen to the diverse perspectives these experts bring to the table. This willingness to consider all angles, to weigh different possibilities before moving forward, has proven to be a valuable asset in their ongoing quest. However, even with this, over 2 centuries of relentless digging and speculation has not yielded concrete evidence of buried treasure. This stark reality compels us to consider a rather unsettling possibility. Could the entire Oak Island mystery be a grand illusion, a wild goose chase that has consumed countless fortunes and even lives? The Lagina brothers are acutely aware that their pursuit might ultimately be in vain, that the treasure they seek might be nothing more than a figment of collective imagination. But for them, The true value lies not solely in the potential riches, but in the journey itself. They are driven by an insatiable curiosity, a desire to be the first to crack the code, to solve a historical puzzle that has baffled generations. They yearn to etch their names in the annals of Oak Island's lore, not as the seventh victim claimed by the island's supposed curse, but as the triumphant heroes who finally brought the age-old mystery to a definitive conclusion. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.